Hey guys, how's it going? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode. We're going to be starting year 4 finally, and we're probably going to get a good bit of it done. We might get up to the trade deadline, who knows. But last episode, we definitely revamped the team a little bit. We made the one trade that we needed for the first-line veteran sniper. The team drove a very hard bargain, but we got Patrick Marleau from the San Jose Sharks, who it was on a very healthy contract for us with $6 million at 1 year left. So next year we don't really have to worry about re-signing him. He's 37 years old, four stars, so he's not going to be dropping anytime soon. And he definitely fits out on that first line well with Henriksen and Patrick Kane. So hopefully he can get the goal scoring done. San Jose drove a hard bargain though. We got rid of Jordan Eberle, Matt Calvert as well, seal off, and yeah, we packaged those guys together to get Patrick Marleau. But now the team is looking better. We got rid of the players that we know we weren't going to use, and the team is looking fairly good. So this is the team we're going to run with Marleau, Sedin, Kane, Johansson, Hodgson, Christo, Kuznetsov, Terrell, Atkinson, and Dubinsky, Anisimov, and Austin Carroll down there, the rookie. So, and then on defensively, we're going to get Ryan Murray, Jack Johnson, Dave DeKaiser, Julius Honka, Tim Erickson, and David Savard. And then in net, we're going to have Sergei Bobrovsky and Oscar Dansk. So the team's looking good. Let's do everything. Injuries are off, and the automated rotated goalies are back on. Let's see if there's anything I could do. There could be some staff upgrades I maybe could do. I don't know. Do I have some points somewhere? I got 517. Let's see. Can I upgrade anything? My assistant coach. I could upgrade the amateur scout in a bit. Or I could do the assistant coach. You know what? I'll leave it like that for now. We'll leave it off like that for now. And I think we're good. Staff upgrades, trading block. I don't think there's anybody that we need to put on the trading block. You know what? There is somebody we need to put on the trading block. Let's see. I don't know why these guys are on here. No way. We need to get these guys off. So I think for the trading block, we're going to put Brandon Dubinsky on the trading block because he's a second liner playing fourth line time for us. So he might continue. He might drop a little bit. So besides, this is his last year anyway. We want to put... Where is he? Where is he? He's hiding from me somewhere. Where are you? You son of a bitch. There you are. Calvin DeHaan, get your ass on there. And who else? I think Artem Anisimov might be somebody else we might want to try to trade here. So, depending on how we are when the regular season or the trade deadline comes, we can maybe start to dish off some of these players for draft picks, because we do need some draft picks. Maybe some players, who knows what we might need. Maybe some of our rookies will be better and they could take over Dubinsky's spot in the fourth line for a team that needs a second line two-way forward. Who knows? But we'll commit to those changes on the trading block. And you know what? I think we're good to go now. So let's get through this preseason and let's get started with the regular season. Right here against the Philadelphia Flyers are going to start this up. GM rep has gone up. Thank you very much, game. All right. So I think we're all good to go here. We got a pretty good team this year. We're expecting us to make the playoffs. Me too. That's why I made a huge blockbuster trade there for frickin' Patrick Marleau. But I think we should do fine. I mean, we got a really good first line. Nobody under 87. We got a really good second line with Hodgson and Christo down there. We got a really nice stud sniper in Christo now. I mean, he's got 4 goals in 4 games for us, so that's pretty good for him. Bobrovsky's a solid goaltender. Our defense is slowly getting better now with Ryan Murray being good together. Oh yeah, that's one more thing I want to do before we start. I gotta name my my captains and assistant captains because I feel like I haven't changed or altered that in a while. So I definitely want to make sure I do that. Yep, let's continue. Salary cap compliant. We are salary cap compliant. Waivers. Yep, let's continue that. So 6-1 the preseason, not bad. 5 goals for Christo. That's looking good for him. Okay, yep, cap. I know about that. We're fine. All right, so let me name my captains and assistant captains, and then we'll get ready to go. So that is under... What is that under? What's that under? Is that under coaching options? Jersey numbers. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we want to set the captains. So the captain's already Jack Johnson, which is who I wanted it to be. The alternate, one of them is going to be Ryan Johansson, and I think the other is going to be, you know what, Dubes has been here for a while, so you know what, I will name Dubes as an alternate just for right now. but he is on the trading block. But still, we're going to keep him as our alternate captain. So rotate goalies are on. So let's get through the first 2 months of the season and let's see how we do. So, opening game here up against the Philadelphia Flyers, and convincing fashion, win 5-1. Very nicely done. So, hopefully this team can do well. I'm expecting them to. Hopefully Patrick Marleau can work together with Patrick Kane and Henrik Sedin. I feel like this team is very solid, but you never know. Crazier shit has happened. Like I said, we started out shitty last year, but then we pulled it together with an amazing after trade deadline surge. But I feel like this year we should be a predominantly successful team throughout the year. But you never know. Stranger things could happen. But we'll see how we do here. So there we go. 3-1 to start it off. Not bad. Sedin has 4 goals in 4 games, so that's good for him. 5 goals in 5 games for Henrik Sedin. 9 points in 5 games. All right, Sedin. Not a bad job. All right. So let's see. We were scouting the defenseman in, I think, the WHL, right? Or the OHL. One of them. OHL. Bishop and Yandel. Bishop guy looks like he might not be bad, so we'll continue to scout those guys for 6 more weeks. Okay, and continue to go here. Good year for rookies. Yep, thank you. All right, so the San Jose Sharks. Jordan Eberle, Calvert, Seeloff, and we beat them 3-2. Nicely done. So looks like that trade. Patrick Marleau beats his old team, and we're looking pretty good here. 5-1. Not bad. 6-1. There we go. Yeah, see, I feel like we're going to be a convincingly good team this year. We have just way too many. We have so much depth on this team. It's unreal. So much depth. Who knows? It could just be a very lucky stretch here at the beginning of the season. Like, see, there's a 4-1 loss, but we don't want to stretch together too many losses in a row. Exactly like that. A 6-1 start, you can easily erase it with a couple losses in a row. So, come on, guys. Let's go. Dansk only has 1 win so far this year. Boroski, 5 wins. All right, Pittsburgh, they're not a good team. 2-4-3. Should be able to beat these guys. And there you go. 4-2 win. Nicely done. Just beat the teams we're supposed to beat. We shouldn't have a problem. 3-5-3 Detroit. And 3-0 win. Nice shutout there for Bob. The Islanders 5-5-1. And 3-2 loss. Regulation. All right, come on, boys. Gotta get those overtime losses here. Push the games into OT. Florida 4-1 win. Nicely done. All right. Rangers are not a good team. Home and home with them. All right, there's a 4-3 win there. Nicely done. And 3-1. All right. All right, 10-5. Not terrible. Not terrible. It's better than last year. I'll say that much. Any start that's over 500 is definitely better than last year. I'll give you that. Washington 5-3 loss. All right. Come on, boys. Get some overtime losses in here. Seems like that's the problem for Columbus so far. We can't lose games in overtime. We always lose them in regulation. Gotta get some points here. All right, Colorado Avalanche. 7-6-1. They're not doing too hot. 5-4 loss. Come on, boys. Like I said, push these games into overtime here. 17 points. Sedin's a point-a-game player. Carolina, holy shit, they're a good team again this year. 5-1 win. There you go. Convincing fashion. Get those convincing wins over good teams as well. But then again, you got to beat teams like this. Chicago 8-9. Patrick Kane's old team. There you go. 3-2. Philadelphia. Drew looks like he's lighting it up. And 4-2 win. Nicely done. There you go. 3-game winning streak. The LA Kings, 3-1 loss. Okay, there's another regulation loss there. And this last game of the month, the 2 months here stretch against the New Jersey Devils, and we get a 6-1 win, convincing win. Okay, so not a bad start to this year. 6 games over 500, 14-8. Not too bad, I guess. Save percentage, are we up there? No, we are not up there. Goals against average, are we up there? No, we're not. So Bobrovsky doesn't look like he's having the greatest year goaltending-wise. Points, are we up there? Holy crap, look at the Dallas Stars. Chasen, Bennett, and Sagan, all with over 30, 24, and 24 points. Good lord, the Stars are having a good year, it seems. Sedin's down there with 23, so that's not bad. He's up there in 8th. And then wins, Bobrovsky does have 12 wins on the year. Goals, Sedin has 10, so he's not that far off. Alex Chasen, look at the year he's having. 19 goals for the Dallas Stars. Holy crap. Assists, are we up there? Nope, Sedin has 13. Claude Giroux leading the way. All right, so there's the Atlantic Division and the Metropolitan Division. We are first in our division with 28 points, so that's not bad. Leading our division, which is good. And the West is looking pretty competitive with Calgary, LA, Phoenix, and Dallas so far. So not too bad. Let's check out the stats, team standings, and the player stats as well. Okay, so we're sixth best team in the NHL right now. Goals for per game, 3.09. So it looks like our goal scoring is not an issue for right now. 3.09 goals for per game. Definitely not a problem. Goals against per game, 2.27. So it looks like our goal scoring and our goals against ain't bad. I mean, we're third in the league for goals for, fifth in the league for goals against. So I don't know why we've had 8 regulation losses if we're doing that. Power play is at 23.2%. So our power play is really clicking. It might be the penalty kill. And no, our penalty kill is 84.7. So really everything looks pretty good for this team right now. I mean, our power play is scary. How many times have we been on the power play? 82 times, which is 10th best in the league. And then, so penalty kill is 84.7, but we're oh my god, we're like the third most disciplined. We're the third most disciplined team in the entire league with only 59 penalties, 59 times shorthanded. So looks like we're a really good disciplined team this year as well. So maybe getting rid of guys like Seeloff and not playing guys like Trop and stuff like that really cut down on our penalty minutes. So that could be pretty good. All right, where's Columbus at? Columbus is 8-4 at home, 6-4 on the road. Last 10 we're 6-4. Okay, so the stats for our team are looking good. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the team. Just gotta push those games to overtime. Get some points for our losses. Like I said, that seems to be the problem that we've been having so far through these 4 years in Columbus, but we'll have to see. All right, so how are we doing so far? Sedin with 23 points in 22 games, so I'm glad I decided to keep Henrik Sedin, all you Henrik Sedin haters out there. I mean, you could say it was a bad trade getting rid of those younger players, but you know what? It seems to be working out for me so far. 23 points in 22 games for Sedin. Kane has 18 and 22. Cody Hodgson on that second line, 15 and 22. Christo with 15 points in 22 games with 10 goals, so that's not bad for him. Patrick Marleau, only 13 points in 22 games for him, but he does have 6 goals, so I got him for some goal scoring, and he is getting some goals scored, so that's not bad. Johansson with 12, Cam Atkinson with 11, Dan Terrell with 9 points on that third line, 6 goals for him, not bad. Dubes has 8 points on the fourth line, Kuznetsov with 6, Anisimov with 5, Carroll has 4 points on that fourth line, 46 penalty minutes, and plus minus is just Anisimov and Carroll, just the 2 fourth liners. So everybody right now is doing fine defensively. Let's see, point wise, Jack Johnson, Julius Honka, and Dane DeKaiser all with 11 points. David Savard with 7, Ryan Murray has 5, Tim Erickson has 5, and they're all plus players except for Murray. My top 2 guys are negative, really. All right, that's interesting. They're goaltending. So Sergei Bobrovsky, 2.28, 12 and 6. Dansk has played 4 games, 1.95. Save percentage, 93.28 for Dansk, 92 for Bobrovsky, 2 shutouts for Bob. All right, everything seems to be working out. Everything seems to be working out pretty good for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm not going to complain. Springfield, they're doing great, 15-4-3 as they should be. All right, so let's continue to go another month here. Let's go another month here. I might not check the stats after this month, but we'll just get another month here. We're going to get a lot of simulating done this episode. All right, so Pittsburgh's 5-12-5. We should be able to beat these guys. They're not doing too great. And 2-1 loss. Another regulation loss. My God, it just pisses me off when we lose games, 1-goal games in regulation. I don't know. It just makes me mad. All right, come back with a 4-1 win over Toronto. There we go. All right, scouting assignment. Defenseman. Let's scout some forwards. Why not? Let me see. Is there any going to be some good franchise goalies? Any franchise goaltenders? Swiss League, some Liga, Elite, Russian. Nope, rest of the world. Where's my OHLs? Nope, no franchise goalies this year, so it's not a goalie draft. Let me go to my WHL guys. Down here. Whoops, whoops, didn't mean that. OHL, QMJHL. Yeah, whoops, whoops, whoops. I don't even know what I'm doing. Go to OHL for forwards. 6 weeks. All right. Whoops. I'll stop that when I get to that after that Islanders game. So Florida 500. There you go. Another 4-2 win over the Panthers. Detroit under 500. And 3-2 loss. Another 1-goal regulation loss. Hey, Buffalo 10, 12, and 3. Come on, Columbus, get a win here. Beat these 500 teams. 3-1 win. There you go. Tampa Bay, they're under 500. That's weird that you see Tampa Bay under 500. You usually don't see them doing too bad in the simulation this late. At least year 4, you see Tampa Bay starting to get good. But got a 2-0 win over them. Nicely done. 7, 14, and 6 Pittsburgh Penguins. Jesus Christ. And another 1-goal loss. Oh my God. I'm sick of these 1-goal regulation losses to a team like Pittsburgh. Calgary, great. Tough Western Conference team here. 3-0. Yep, get shut out by them. All right, come on, boys. Don't lose more than 2 games in a row. That's what I'm saying here. All right, Florida, 10, 14, and 4. Come on, get a win over the Panthers. 3-1. All right, come on. Something's not working here. Gonna start hitting those rough patches. 1-0 win over the Rangers. Okay, still 7 games over 500. I'll take it, I guess. Just sick of those 1-goal. Like, if you look at all the losses we've had, count how many losses we've had that have been 1-goal games. All right, Flyers. There's a 2-0 shutout. Ottawa, they're under 500. 5-0 win there. All right, Detroit again. They're starting to bring it back a little bit. 5-4 win over Detroit. Nicely done. And this last game here against the New York Islanders, who are roughly 500. And we get 4-0 win over them. Not bad. All right, stop your simulation. 22-14 and 22-14. Still haven't gone to overtime at all this year. I think we're probably one of the only teams that haven't gone to OT. Yeah, we'll make it past the All-Star break. Keep rolling here. Everything seems to be working fine, so we'll keep going. All right, New York Rangers here, 1-2 loss. Hey, there we go. Speak of the devil, that's an overtime loss. At least we figured out what those are. And yep, all right, 2 losses again. 2 losses again. All right, come on, boys, get some wins here. Got to beat these 500 teams. All right, Washington 16, 5, 6-2 loss. Jesus. Ay. It's one of those years, can't beat the teams you're supposed to beat. All right, Dallas. 3-1 loss against the Dallas Stars, man. Okay, keep going here. I mean, we're losing some games now. Come on. Western Conference teams. The West is a really good team. Yeah, all right, we got to stop. Got to change something up here. Something's not working. Let's look at stats. Let's see who's not performing. It's team stats and see who's something's not working out so well right here. We're losing way too many games now. Losing too many games. Gotta get the goal scoring back on track. All right, let's see. Forwards. So Sedin, Kane, Hodgson, Christo, Marleau. Christo is putting in work in. Maybe move Christo up and Marleau down. That could be something that we maybe do. You know what? Do I do that maybe? Do I risk moving Christo up and Marleau down? Let me see what's not working. Maybe I can go to players' team stats and see what's not working for this team. Could be 5-on-5. Still a 9th best team. Goals for per game drastically went down to 2.66. Goals against is still top 5 in the league. Power play took a hit. Penalty kill still doing fine. All right, so it's the power play. All right, so let's edit our power play a little bit. All right, let's edit our power play. Maybe I'm going to take Cam Atkinson off, put Ryan Johansson on, and then I'm going to move Christo up and Marleau down. So we're going to move Marleau to our second line. We're going to move Christo up to the first line, and I'm going to move... That's all I'm going to do, I think. Yeah, Sedin, I'm going to take Marleau off the power play, on the 4-man power play, and put Danny Christo in there. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do for right now. Just switch up our power play a little bit. Hopefully that'll get us going. But we need to, I don't know, we need to get some wins here. I mean, we're losing way too many games. I think we're on like a 5-game losing streak. That needs to be fixed. Lickety split. Against Western Conference teams are under 500 too. We need to get these wins. So San Jose Sharks, there we go. There's a 3-0 win over the Sharks. Nicely done. Phoenix, they're a decent team. Very good team, actually. And there's a 3-1 win. There you go. 2 back-to-back wins against the Western Conference teams. Those little things could maybe have helped it out. Who knows? Let's go for defenseman here. Back again with defense. It doesn't really matter that we have. Yeah, let's scout this top 10 guy in the Scandinavian leagues. Get past the All-Star game here. Devils are up next. Excuse me. We got an incoming trade. Oliver Bjorkstrand and a first-round pick next for Henrik Zetterberg. I'm going to decline that trade. No thank you. And 3-2 win over the Devils. So there we go. Make those changes to the power play. And we are on the 3-game winning streak. So power play, those edits to the power play might have done something. Who knows? But got a 3-game winning streak once again. So that eliminated our losing streak quite well. 25, 18, and 1. It's still a pretty respectable record. 7 games over 500. I'll take it. I will take it. All right. Tampa Bay, the Maple Leafs, and then I think the Canucks. And then I think we're done with this video. All right. Tampa Bay Lightning, 2-0 win. There you go. 4-game winning streak now. Toronto, 5-3 loss. Okay. So 4-1 our last 5. And, yep, going to get a little bit of a pause here. It's trying to simulate for the All-Star game. At least I think it is. Yeah, it is. We're just naming the All-Star game, guys. Yep, I don't want to play the All-Star game. Actually, yeah, that'll do it for this video anyway. So, we'll check out on all the stats again. And then we'll probably finish up the regular season next episode. So come on, simulation. There you go. Okay, so 26, 19, and 1. Not bad. Save percentage, are we up there? Nope. Goals against average. Sergei Bobrovsky's down there in 8th with 2.24. Not bad. Points, are we up there? Doesn't look like it. Wins, are we up there? Bobrovsky is in 4th for wins. Looks like Jeremy Smith is doing pretty good in Calgary. Goals, are we up there? Nope. 17 goals from Patrick Kane. Assists, are we up there? Sedin has 28, so he's not that far off. All right, so here is the Metropolitan standings. So the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes are doing well. We have 53 points, so we're 2nd place in the Metro. Our division doesn't look that competitive, honestly. I think we could probably still get into a wild card. We just need to win games. That losing streak definitely hurt us a good bit, but I still think we're doing fine. AHL team is doing perfectly fine. I'm going to check probably progress reports as well. And player roles and all that good stuff. But we'll check out how everything's going. So, goals for per game definitely went down a bit. It's still 7th in the league with a 2.76. So definitely still need to score some goals here. Goals against per game, 2.17. Honestly, there's nothing really I could ask more than what our defense and our goaltending is doing. Bobrovsky's having a good year goaltending-wise. But yeah, I can't ask for more than that, 2.17. It's under 2.25. Power play, 16.5. I think it got better a little bit, but it's still struggling a good bit, and our penalty kill went down. So special teams, once again, still seem to be a struggle for us. Home we're 12-11, away 14-8-1. Last 10, we are 4-5-1. Yeah, so we're still coming off of that losing streak, but hopefully we can turn around. All right, so player stats. I'll look at both team stats, and then progress reports. Okay, so who knows if Marlowe is working out on that first line or not? I don't know. Maybe you can guys suggest some stuff for me. Maybe make some line edits. But all right, so here we go. First, Sedin with 38 points in 46 games. Patrick Kane with 36 in 46. Danny Cristo has 30 in 46. Hodgson has 30 in 46. Patrick Marleau only 23 points in 46 games. So he's not scoring the goals that I need him to. I think he's making. I mean, honestly, we still have a lot of players here on pace for what, maybe 70 or high 60 point seasons there. I'd be fine with like 4 or 5 or 6 players with over 60 points a season. Don't think we're gonna have any point per game players, but I'd be fine with a lot of players over 60 points. So Cam Atkinson with 21, Ryan Johansson with 20, Dan Terrell with 14, Dubes with 14, Neesmith with 12, Kuznetsov with 11. Austin Carroll has 7 plus minuses. Patrick Marleau is a -1. Sedin's a -3. Atkinson's a -5. I still don't understand like why some of the first line guys are negative, but whatever. Points for defensemen. Julius Honka and Jack Johnson both have 21. Kaiser has 17. Savard and Murray have 11. And Erickson has 10. Plus minuses for these guys. Murray -2. Johnson. So our top 2 guys are minus. Doesn't make sense. And our goaltender. So Sergei Bobrovsky 2.24. 21 and 15. And Oscar Dansk, he's 5-4, but his goals against average is really good, a 1.72. Jesus Christ. Maybe we should play him a little bit more. Who knows? Save percentage 93.56, 92.15. 6 shutouts for Bob, though, out of his 15 wins. So half of his wins are shutouts. And Dansk has 2 shutouts for himself as well. So maybe we should turn off automated rotate goalies on and put maybe go 2-1 with Bobrovsky and Dansk. Who knows? That could be a viable option. We did it last time and it seemed to work. So you guys can suggest that. Maybe it'll work. Let me just check out the AHL for points. Just look at point totals in the AHL. I can see their overalls too, so I can see if any of them have had a decent jump or not. Alright, so let me just go to all skaters here. So Kirby Reichel, 47 and 46. Godobin, 44. Tambellini, 37. Barbashev, 36. Bjorkstrand 34, Jenner, yep. Dahan, he's still 78, okay. Ellis, Sakarish, Schuster, Allardy, Skilly, McCowan, Juju Boyce, Janmark, Martin. Martin jumped up to a 72, okay. Weatherspoon, okay, and then goaltending, how we doing? Clemente's 6-1, and Ortio is doing pretty good as well. All right, AHL team is looking decent, and let's just take a look at progress reports to end it. A lot of these guys are going to be dropping as they usually are, so I'm not going to touch any Neesmith. Not going to touch Dubes. De Kaiser, yeah, we know about him. Johansson, Carroll's got better by 4, yep. Yeah, it's just hard to tell because they carry over from last year. Look at that. All right, so there's something. I'm looking for player roles, too. So in Neesmith's third line, Dubes. Top 6 for De Kaiser, and we're playing him top 4. Okay, let me go to forwards. Okay, so Dubes, Johansson. Johansson's still a second liner. Carroll's still fourth liner. Cody Hodgson's considered a first liner now. So maybe that's something we do. Maybe we move Sedin down. Because out of all the things I need somebody to get better, I would rather have Cody Hodgson get better because he's considered a first liner. Kane's a first liner. Christo's still second. Kuznetsov's second. Marlowe's first. Atkinson's third. Sedin's still a first, but maybe I should move up a Cody Hodgson to the first line. Maybe that's something that needs to be done. Terrell is still doing fine as well. And then goaltending. Borowski, yeah, we know about that. And then AHL, just a couple guys are getting better down there. All skaters. Yeah, Bryson Martin got a big jump to 72, so that's not bad for him. Getting a couple of stats modified there. Okay, so we saw what we with some jumps that need to get what jumps certain players were getting. Cody Hodgson's now technically considered a first liner, so maybe we move him up to the first line to play with Patrick Marleau and Patrick Kane. Move Sedin down to the second line to work with Johansson and Christo. Who knows, maybe move Christo up instead of Patrick Marleau because it seems like Cody Hodgson and Danny Christo do pretty well together. Who knows, that could be something done. But if Cody Hodgson now is considered a first liner, I might want to move him up just for the sake of him growing in his potential because this is his last year of getting better. So I maybe want to move him up to that first line and play him where he needs to get played. So I'm going to leave it there for you guys. I'm going to show you all the player roles that are right here and how we're all doing. But what was I going to say? But yeah, so that's how we're looking right now. Could that be something that we do? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know because I mean we're 26-19-1. I mean I would like to win some more games here to maybe make a push for that first seed. But as long as we make it into the playoffs once again, I'm perfectly fine. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always, and we'll probably get to the trade deadline next episode because that's probably a month away. Yep, a month, almost exactly a month away. So we'll get to that next episode and probably finish up the regular season.